Hello, my name is John Vasquez, and thanks for joining my channel. I like to think about the tools and systems and habits that help me become the person I desire to be, to basically inhabit my chosen identities. So for instance, I like to think about ways of becoming a consistent runner, or how I can really be a plant predominant person who eats the vast majority of his meals from plant-based meals. And one of the things that, I've really picked up on, a lot of this way of thinking has come from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. So when I read that book, I felt like it really beautifully encapsulated a lot of the things that I had been striving for and thinking about. And he actually has this great line in there about establishing a new habit. And these habits are kind of how we generate the evidence for the identity that we eventually want to become. So, if I wanted to be a consistent runner, I have to kind of fake it and just put in the reps until enough time has gone by. And when I look behind me, all of a sudden, oh, look at that. I've been running consistently for enough time to where I actually begin to believe, I begin to believe it, and all of a sudden I have all this evidence, and I am a consistent runner. Same with the plant predominant eating. Well, he's got this quote about building a habit, which basically says, if as long as you don't miss twice in a row, you're on good footing. So I think I like that saying because it's impossible to expect perfection, to be 100% compliant in whatever frequency you've chosen. Like I, for a while, was running every single day, small amounts, but just wanted to get out there and get it done. And there would be times, where despite my best efforts, just the universe conspired to not have me go out that day. But as long as I didn't miss twice in a row, I wasn't, I was still kind of on the wagon. What he says is that if you miss twice in a row, that's actually the start of a new bad habit, or maybe not bad habit, but a habit that's not going to pull you in the direction you're trying to go. And I'm making this video because I just find that to be super true. When I miss twice in a row, it is the canary in the coal mine that shows me that perhaps I'm on a new path. And this actually just happened recently to me. Over the past month and a half, had completely unwound and just destroyed about, 5 or 6 different habit streaks that I had going on. I was running with great regularity. I was eating a particularly healthy way in terms of a whole food plant-based, amongst other things. And I ended up moving, going on a trip to California, being a best man for a wedding, interviewing to start a new job, all of it at the same time. And it just totally dismantled my systems. And it took me a little while to realize that I'm on a new trajectory where I don't do all those things. But it really begins with missing twice. And in this case, it's been a little while now. I'm actually looking to get started back on those systems. But I think it's just helpful to kind of know when you've broken or when you've gotten to be broken. And once you know that, at least in my position, I'm realizing that maybe this is what I need right now. I need to focus on moving in. I need to ace that best man speech. I need to make sure that I clear that last interview in the job hunt. That's really what the focus requires. And I can always jump back on, and I've got the confidence to do it because I've had those streaks already. But I just wanted to share that with anyone who, perhaps I've kind of fallen off enough times to know that it'll be okay and I'll be able to get back on. But when you're first starting out, it can feel like if I don't get it right this time, I'll never be able to get back on. And that's just simply not true. Knowing that missing twice in a row is simply the start of a new pattern, but a new pattern can always be replaced with a more deliberate one later. And sometimes I just have to tap out and focus on kind of the next foot in front of me. And so I'm about 6 weeks along this alternate journey. My life is beginning to settle back down, and I'm looking forward to reestablishing those old systems in my new neighborhood, with my new environment, my new routines, just simply variations of old routines. And it'll be fine. And if you're in this position where maybe you're kind of unmoored and feeling like you've just, exploded a bunch of work that you've put in. Take it from me, someone who's started and stopped a number of times. And each time I do it, I go further with each streak. It's not so bad. Give yourself some grace. It'll be all right. That's all for now. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for joining my channel.